Eliminated. Okay, Chiefs versus Broncos recap. In this game was tough to watch and tough to do a play-by-play because I did a play-by-play today. Alrighty, alright. So first quarter, Broncos they got first down with Philip Lindsay, punted the ball back, and then Chiefs drove down the field very easily. Got a touchdown by Tyreek Hill, which Chris Harris Jr. was burnt bad, like a fucking medium steak. He was burnt bad by Tyreek Hill, and but they muffed the ball, and they tried to get the 2-point conversion, but they didn't get it because they meant to go for extra point, but Then the Broncos kept stalling. Chiefs kicked about field goals, and then the Broncos kicked the field goal by Brandon McManus. Final score at half, it was 15-3, and Broncos still technically in it. It's only a 12-point game. And then the Chiefs get the ball at half. They drive down the field. Get a touchdown, and and then they say fuck the extra point. They go for 2. They get it, 23-3, and then Broncos drive down the field. Drew Lock, and then there's a penalty holding. It was an interception by Matthew, but it was called back for holding, and then and then Drew Lock steps back, throws an interception right in the end zone to Thornhill, and basically it was a tough game. Fourth quarter, they didn't do anything, but there was a nice interception by Justin Simmons. It was a nice interception. It was a sliding interception. Mahomes was pressured, and then he threw it, and he got an interception. That's his 4th of the year, so that's pretty good. And the final score was 23-3. Kansas City. They just played way better. Better defense, better offense. Obviously, Tyreek Hill burned them. There was a wide open pass to Tyreek Hill, and then Chris Harris Jr. got burned earlier. It was a tough fucking game to watch as a Broncos fan. Congrats to the Chiefs, man. They're a way better team. They swept the entire AFC West, so other teams in the AFC West can't suck and say, oh, you lost. But, for Drew Lock, he threw over 200 yards. He got 1 interception. We were close twice in the game, so, we were close to scoring touchdowns in the game twice. We kept punting the ball. And our defense was, give them credit. They gave up a touchdown early to Tyreek Hill, but you know what? They had goal line defense pretty damn good in the first half. Second half, they gave up the early touchdown and the 2-point conversion. They gave up less points than last game, so that's an improvement. 3 sacks, Von Miller with 1, and Shelby Harris with 2. And 1 pick, Justin Simmons, and you know what? Let's get to the stats right about now. Alrighty, let's get to the damn statistics. Let's start with the damn Queefs. So, Kermit the Frog had 340 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception to Justin Simmons, a sliding interception. The running game didn't really do that well with the Chiefs, but they still, put damage on the board. Really, I'm not going to read that. Tyreek Hill killed us. 5 receptions, 67 yards, 2 touchdowns. Travis Kelce destroyed us. 11 receptions, 142 yards receiving. And you don't really care about the other ones. Tyreek Matthew with a sack, and Okafor with a sack, which he was injured. That's pretty much it for the defense. Oh, and Thornhill with an interception. For the Broncos, Drew Lock, 208 yards, 1 pick. He went 18 for 40. That's almost half. Philip Lindsay had 32 yards rushing. Royce Freeman, 12 yards rushing. Drew Lock, 3 yards rushing with that QB sneak. Cortland Sutton, 79 yards. Congrats to Cortland Sutton. He has 1,000 yards receiving this year. Noah Fant, 2 receptions, 56 yards. He had 2 explosive plays to get first downs. Tim Patrick, 26 yards, and then the rest, who cares? For defense, Justin Simmons with one interception. Shelby Harris with a couple sacks, and Von Miller with a sack. And yeah, this game was not pretty for the Broncos, but you know what? For Drew Lock, it's gonna be a learning experience how to handle good teams. Like, because the Texans weren't a bad team, but it wasn't a great team. It was Texans are still battling for the division, even though I think they won against the Titans. Um, yeah, it was a tough game for the Broncos. Tough game for Locke. We got Detroit next week. Don't fucking blow it, Broncos, man. Can we just blow out Detroit, please? I don't want Detroit to beat us at home. Um, Other than that, my high six signing out. It was a tough game for the Broncos, but you know what? Gotta hang in there. The only good thing about this is we got a higher pick, but I don't really give a shit about higher picks. I care about the Broncos winning. And yeah, other than that, yeah, Mile High 6 signing out. Subscribe and all that shit.